I think Commander is Magic. What has happened at the Refuge since the last episode? It's been business as usual. It's pretty much we're hitting that mode where there are less hurdles that we have to come over. Here we go.
Which one should I start with? That's the real question.
Start with this one because you're gonna open a Force of Will that one. That'll be the big finish.
That's the confidence I like to hear.
We're waiting on the WPN stuff. That's on me. I need to finish up some documentation with the state. And other than that, we've just been running Commander nights. It's been getting increasingly busy for Commander. I've been noticing we're probably going to have space things that we have to figure out sooner than later. This is the real full house.
Even if there were cooler stuff on top, I would still throw it.
Yo.
What's up, John? How's it going?
Oh man.
Are you winning?
Hey, look at the top of the library.
There's cards. Get rid of it.
Yes. No.
Say hello. And we're so full that we had to do some overflowage into, who are these guys? Look at this, the overflow seats. These guys are the real MVPs right here.
I'll tell you what, you're the best MVP right now.
Oh, thank you so much, man. Is there anything new at the store? We have a little room and we call it the VIP room. And basically it fits a Commander pod. We have a bookshelf in here with board games. And then I put the couch in. And it's been really nice to have this little space for people to come. We've put the coffee maker out so people can get coffee, complimentary coffee. Just little fixture things, little improvements. I've been constantly doing that, putting little tables at the edge of the table for people to put their drinks and their food. Little improvements here and there, but nothing huge. Was it intentional to focus the store on Commander from the beginning? Yes, it was. When I opened the store, I knew I was going to focus on Commander. I had no interest in doing anything else. Not Draft, not Pioneer, not Modern. I want to set a vision and be like, this is what I want to do. And then I just want to execute on that. I don't want to say, I'm going to try to please everybody or I'm going to try to do all this. I just want to do one thing really well. And so that's what I enjoy most about Magic. And I think that's what helps other people to enjoy it here.
Everything right here.
Are you filming me?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Camera.
Oh, no.
Dude, you're gonna be on the YouTube series, bro. Oh my gosh. You never know what is a good business decision and what is not a good business decision. Because you don't know how people are going to react to what you're doing. And so is focusing on Commander itself a good business decision? I think it can be. I think it's all about what you put energy into and what kind of energy you put in. I think that's the kind of energy you'll get back. The way it is right now, because we're so small, we have a limit. So if we can fill to the limit, if we break the limit every time, then it doesn't matter from a business perspective, we are going to make as much as we can make, because we only have so much throughput. We only have so much bandwidth. We only have so much space. And so if I had a bigger store, then I would have to probably fill out that space somehow. And I'd have to, maybe it wouldn't work just to do Commander. But I think that we can definitely push to the limit and beyond what this store can handle with Commander alone.
All right. I'm around 800 life right now. I'm going to move to my next turn.
He already got me. I'm just enjoying the show.
The reason I don't run other formats and only Commander is because it puts in the mind of a person who's part of this community that this store is a Commander store. There's no question about it. There's no other things that we do. And so when they come up and there's Magic players here, they know they're playing Commander. They're here for Commander. If they're thinking about, I want to get a pod in, I want to go somewhere where I can get some people to play Commander, I want them to think about this store. And so I don't want to dilute that with any other format. I think Commander is Magic. I mean, at this point, that's what I think. It's become the biggest format in Magic. It is the thing that kept Magic alive during the pandemic through webcam Magic. It's the thing that motivates people to buy Magic. I'm very careful to say a one-size-fits-all for all game stores. Like, should every game store focus solely on Commander? I'm not saying that, but I think Commander is the best format for a local game store. It's the biggest format, it's the most important format, and I feel like it builds community better than any format. Hey, if this is your first time and you're enjoying this series about me opening and running a local game store, make sure to get caught up on our previous episodes. Now, back to the show. Why do people seek out Commander at their local game store? One of the simple answers to that is they need people. I mean, you can't play Commander by yourself. You need at least 2 other people, preferably 3 other people. And so the local game store is kind of a hub where you can come and find those people. That's the trick, is where can we get a pod?
Medina shop has such a nice, friendly vibe. He also is really good at playing matchmaker. It's awkward when you walk into a shop and you're wanting to sit down and play and you don't know anybody. Medina does a good job at going through and playing matchmaker. So if you're not just wandering around kind of looking, hoping that somebody invites you to a game, he's really good at coming over and finding you a pod or somebody to sit with and play with.
I think that's one of the things that matters most for when you're looking at a local game store and Commander. Can you fire a pod? And to do that, you need people in the store who play Commander and have a deck. And so the more you could get people around and in the store with that requirement, the better you are for Commander, because people then think, oh, I can just show up by myself, find 2 other people, 3 other people, and get a pod.
I've known the shop owner, Medina, for many, many years now, and he's one of those people that if I'm looking for something, he's always able to find it. Like, if I want something that's very hard to find, he's ordered cards for me, and he's also been able to just straight up find cards for me and offer them to me for trade or sale. So not only that, there are plenty of fun people to play with around the shop too.
You know, when you're running a business, it is about, at some level, money. I like to believe that the business and the community that I'm building here is not solely about money, but you need money to pay the rent. You need money to be solvent. And so it's important to make strategic decisions about how do you make a profit. What's the market price?
Market price $28.59.
Okay. Yeah, I usually try to be around the market price. I can knock a couple bucks off. When Commander players build a deck, they don't typically take the deck apart to build the next deck. It's not like, oh, I'm going to take my Soul Ring, my Falwar Stone, my Fetch Lands, I'm going to move all those over here. Unless they're done with that deck, they're not going to do that. So basically all those cards get kind of locked in a vault, and then they move on to the next deck, which they need a Soul Ring, Fetch Lands, Falwar Stone, and they might play that deck for 2 or 3 weeks and say, oh, Wizards came out with a new Commander I want to build. Are they going to take apart those decks? No, they're not going to. They still want to play those 2 decks. They still want to experience those. So they're going to build another deck. And so it really moves a lot of singles. The other thing it does is it moves sealed product. Commander players are not looking typically for anything specific. When it comes to sealed product, modern players are not buying sealed product. It's Commander players who are like, let me buy a box and we'll see what I get. I could use it in this deck. I can use it in that deck. I can maybe make a new deck out of the thing. And so if a store is not focused on the Commander community, that's a mistake. Commander is the biggest format. It drives the most sales. Wizards of the Coast knows this. They produce products specifically for Commander. Their ramp in products for Commander has gone straight up. I mean, it used to be one set of Commander decks a year. Now we get one with every release. If anything, Wizards is signaling to the local game store where the money's at. It's just very obvious that that's where Wizards thinks the money is. And so for a local game store who's trying to be strategic, it makes sense to focus on Commander. Thank you for watching this episode. There will be more to come, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. More information about my business, Alchemist Refuge, is on the screen and in the description. I hope to see you next time. Bye!